Hello and welcome to the Bearing It All podcast. I am your host, Kate Ginsberg. I am so excited to introduce you to the delightful and hilarious Jason Dudey. I met Jason through my husband several years ago as they were both navigating cancer journeys that included stem cell transplants. Jason, with the impeccable comedic timing that you would expect in January 2020, as one does. Since then, he has become one of our favorite and funniest friends and beloved, though unintentional, dog dad. Jason, tell us a bit about yourself and your journey from New York stand-up scene to your current role here in Austin.
Oh, there's a lot on that road. I'm old. I went to New York City as a just a no directional youth. No, I don't even think I went with a dream. I was just like, I'm gonna go to New York. I got $150. I can go, and I
Oh,
did. It was crazy.
yes.
I did. I did. Anyway, I was there. I had a great time. I literally still talk to my old roommates from 1990. I talked to one yesterday.
Oh,
Um, I became a stand-up comedian, and
so-
as one does, just doing open mics. Didn't think much about it. Moved to Los Angeles just because blizzard of '96. It was
oh,
cold. Really, I had no plans to ever move to Los Angeles, but I was cold, so I moved to Los Angeles and kept doing stand-up there. And then I started getting paid and paid and paid, and I was like,
oh,
what? And then it just turned in from like I worked like television and production during the day a little bit, and then I just became a comedian. And like when you're a comedian, the goal is to like get on the road. You're like, I want to be a road comic. And then when you're on the road, you're like, I want to get off the road. Um, yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it was fun, but it was also different times. It was back when like clubs had marketing departments, and so it was their job to fill the seats. You just had to be funny. And now it's all different. Like they hire comedians that have the most followers. They're not even funny. Anyway, it was a good time. But in the middle of it, I was like 2014, I was like doing a set in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Snickers. And I was like, I'm over this. I'm
I,
done.
I,
I'm
I'm
done. I
out.
don't want to stay at another shitty hotel. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I got off stage. I called my manager the next day. I said, I'm done. Cancel the rest of the tour. I had like 3 more months
Oh,
on the road. And I was like, cancel. I'm not doing it. And she was like, that's not a great idea. I was like, I didn't say it was a great idea. I'm just saying I'm done. And I got off the road. And oddly, the company I work for now, I was the talent at Moon Tower
oh,
Comedy and Oddity Festival.
oh,
I was the talent. Yeah, I was the talent. And so I met one of the producers and I was like, give me your card. I'm going to work for you. And she was like, ah. I was like, no, you don't really understand how I stalk. And
you don't understand my devotion to getting what I.
yeah. And so I started working for her at the DC office in Washington, DC. I worked at her with her at C3 Presents. Anyway, we closed the DC office. I moved to Austin. Everyone that I worked with in the DC office no longer works there. Just me. Just
And
me. I'm a sole survivor. And I love what I do. I love what I do.
you're
And
phenomenal at it.
I had to tell you what?
You're phenomenal at it.
Oh, I'm kind of good at it. It's very stressful. I do all for just for the listeners. I am the director of experience at C3 Presents, which means I do everything analog. So I do decor, signage, art installations, nothing on the stage. I'm also old. I don't know all the bands, but I hear some of them are great. But I know what their dressing room furniture looks
You,
like. So,
you know the behind the scenes behind.
yeah, exactly. But I love it, and it's good. It's stressful. I like having insurance.
I, after having cancer a couple of times, you need that.
Yeah, yeah, I got that job in the nick of time. No, but I really, really, really love it. It's really hard
It's,
work,
yeah,
and I kind of wish I didn't love it, so I would quit and go find something else. But I love it.
something easier. I
Yes, I would like
I
something easier.
I
Um,
understand. Like I it's as a personal assistant, like it's really nice to be the person that gets to go in and save the day. Like
yes,
it's yeah, my soul needs that. It's the dopamine that
yeah,
just like, it nothing will do it quite like
yep.
a panicky client who's like everything is terrible and falling apart and you're like, "No, we got this. It's fine. Everything's under control." And in your brain you're like, "Nothing is under
Yeah,
control.
exactly, exactly.
It will be fine.
Yeah, I
It'll
mean
be
it's fun. The hardest part is trying to be a creative in a corporation that has budgets. You know, I have
Oh,
to be respectful of the budgets.
that is fortunate.
Because it's easy to be creative with an unlimited budget. It's harder
Yes.
in restraints. But I mean, I can do it. My team is phenomenal. I'd never been to a music festival before I started working here. I mean,
Now
I
you're in charge of
didn't
them.
tell them
That's
that in
fine.
my interview. I was like, I
Well, of
love
course.
music festivals.
That's so fun. I like them in theory. Does that count?
Nah, it worked. Whatever I said
I,
worked.
yeah. How long have you been there now at C3?
I've been on staff for 10 years, and
Oh,
about a year before I was a contractor.
bonkers.
I know it went by so fast. But you know what got me? I'm a good wheeler and dealer. I was doing the White House Easter egg roll, my first gig as a contractor. And
Totally reasonable place to start.
yeah, I was like, okay. Um, but they had all this furniture for like the first lady and the entertainment, like these tents that we had to decorate. And it was so expensive. Everyone's like, it's so expensive. And I was like, I don't know why it's so expensive. Can't you just call a vendor and say, hey, will you decorate this tent for the first lady and we'll give you a picture of it with your name? And they were like, nah, that's not really how it works. I was like, but I think it does.
I'm,
And so I called a company and I was like, hey, will you decorate these two tents and you can put a little picture frame in there that says decorated by. And they were like, okay. They did it.
of course,
I know, but my company thought I was that they were like, oh, and that secured my job. They're like, he is frugal. Yes, I'm
get it
frugal.
done. He's frugal.
Yeah. I don't ask for, I don't mind. I mean,
It's fine. Way to be that person.
they can say no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, are you ready? It's time for our cards.
Oh gosh.
You get to pick a number 1 through 6.
6.
6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's a failure that in hindsight was crucial to your success?
Ooh.
Oh, your face got very excited just then. I can't wait to hear what you come up with.
I don't, oh, failure that, um, that's a tough one because if it is crucial to my success, was it a failure? Um, I think one of the reasons I got out of stand up comedy is because it was like putting checks together and hoping they cleared from comedy clubs. Do you know what I mean? And so I had done that for so many years, and every audition I went, I'm a horrible auditioner. I'm really only good at being me. I'm not
But
really. Um, I'm good at me, but um, so I think I failed auditioning. I was rejected so many times that I saw the future as like, can I live on $40,000 when I'm 70? I don't think I can. So it was just enough to be like, go get a full time job. And so now I do comedy. I still do it around Austin, but it's for
right,
free and for fun, and I love it.
it's fantastic. The only time I've ever seen you perform in person was at the Regarding Cancer benefit a couple of years ago. And
Oh
the
yeah.
funniest, like, all I can remember is the part of the bit that you did where you were talking about going to Target and like bumping into this woman and she was complaining on her phone about how
Oh,
terrible it was that Starbucks messed up her order and like it's the worst day ever and you were like I have fucking cancer.
yeah.
And then
Right.
I
I've had
swear
the worst day ever. Yeah.
I would not
Uh,
want to compete with either you or Mike for worst day ever because like first of all you survived childhood with the last name Duty like that
fantastic, right?
again your comedy chops were just innate from birth.
Right,
And
because you have to own duty.
you really do. Like you can't half-ass a duty. I mean, you can. It's just not fun. And then
Right.
and then you've had so many like just bizarre health things in the last several years. So like I
Oh
even the first
yeah.
day is just like not so bad in the whole scheme of things. Like,
Yeah, that is one thing from the cancer journey, which is the word. I hate that. Um, I really am choosing who's in my life.
I it's important.
I
Like
just,
I that
and
is a
I don't care if you're upset. I'm not mean about it, but I'm just like,
I could
it's
be
not,
meaner.
yeah, if it's not positive, I don't really,
You just don't do it.
no, I
Right?
don't do it. Mm-mm.
I have said something that's come to me, especially in the last several months, is I really just want people in my life who are ruthless cheerleaders, who when I'm like mopey and down about things, they're gonna be like, cool, let's mope for a couple of days and then you're gonna feel better and we're gonna get right back at it and keep on going.
Right,
Because,
right.
they're
Yeah,
not
no, yeah,
they're gonna let me wallow for a little bit, but they're not gonna let me sit there forever.
yeah.
And
Because I hate the happy ass people. I'm
ugh,
in an argument with a friend right now. She's too happy ass. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I can have a bad day. Do not take that away from me.
no, you are absolutely entitled to your bad days.
Right. But
Like
she's like that friend that like, oh no, your life is so good. Didn't say it was bad. I'm saying
I,
I need a minute. That's all.
I'm saying today is shitty.
Yeah, just need a minute. Yeah,
And I'll get back on the horse here in a minute, but I need to
yeah,
have
yeah.
my crappy attitude and my, you know, I need to eat an entire cake myself and like
Yes. Yeah.
and then maybe go for a walk and have a shower and then not be
Exactly. I'll turn it around. Just give me a minute.
just let me do
Yeah.
this for a second.
I don't have many negative people in my life. I'm so particular with my time.
That's good.
I'm so
Time
particular.
is limited.
And you know what? I was always raised you can't cancel. If you have a commitment, you have to keep it. No, no.
Oh God, no.
I can
No,
cancel it.
you absolutely can. And
Hmm.
sometimes you absolutely should.
Yeah. And you know the way they
I
can get mad at me. Yeah, it's fine.
I had to giggle at so Jason texted me today before we started this and he's like, I'm doing this, but I'm grumpy. I
Exactly.
haven't showered. I'm like, I also haven't showered and had a medical appointment that did not go according to plan
Yeah.
today. So
Well, I was just letting you know, like, look, I am not canceling, but I have had one of those Mondays.
those days. See,
Yeah.
and like, you know us, we're kind of silver linings people around here.
Yeah.
And like I keep looking at my hair, I'm like, oh, I finally have the like high school cheerleader ponytail that I always aspired to have, but didn't. And like, there's my silver lining for the day.
Th-
That's great. It's phenomenal.
This
We're
is my
doing
last
it.
call of the day. That's my
Oh,
silver.
yay. That's exciting. What are you
Yeah.
doing after this?
I have no idea.
Gonna go hang out with your dogs?
I'm gonna shower. I'll probably go to the dog park, but I just gotta wrap it up. It's just been rapid fire from the moment I woke up this morning, which is fine.
I
It's one of
understand
those
how that
days.
goes.
Yeah,
It Sometimes it's all you can
yeah.
do. It's just
But I
like
just didn't start
power
off correctly. Like I didn't get up early enough. I didn't have coffee. I just went right to my desk, and it was too.
Oh, that's too much.
I messed it all up.
Oh, what can you
That's all
do?
right.
That's okay. Tomorrow's another day.
Yeah,
You're gonna wrap it up a little early here tonight,
yeah.
and then
I
back
got
at it.
shows to catch up on.
You got what?
Shows. I got my
Oh,
programs to watch.
your programs.
Yeah.
What's your program right now,
Well,
Jason?
I'm sure I got a Dateline. I got to figure out if Love is Blind. I got
Mm.
shit to do.
I've been rewatching Schitt's Creek, which is like one of my comfort shows.
That's a great one.
It's a very good
Yeah.
feel good show, and then we watch murder documentaries to relax and unwind at night.
Yeah, of course. Of course. They're very relaxing.
Every, everybody needs a little murder in their lives. It
Yeah.
keeps me from
No.
actually murdering. Um, very good. I
Do I only get one question?
how did your failure change your approach or perspective? Would you like to do another question? We can do another.
Yes.
Pick another one, Jason. 1 through 5.
3. Question. What makes you think in the moment? Which is what I do for a living and you do for a living. You think in
Yes,
the moment.
constant problem solving as things arise
There's
because
a
it
lot
doesn't
of
matter
people
how
that
good your plan
can't.
is.
There's a lot of people that can't do it.
No,
It is shocking to me.
it's a skill and it takes practice to not let it get you too flustered. Like I might have internal panic for a minute, but like really I'm good in an emergency.
Yeah. But
And
there's people that have no logistics. That's another thing when people are like, oh my God, I'm moving. And they talk about it for a month and then they move and then they talk about the move for a month. And I'm like, I just moved Tuesday. Did anyone hear a
right,
word? No, I just fucking did it.
no, you just do it and you get it over with. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we've
Yeah.
got two moves going on right now. And
It's
so
fine.
that's like this week and next, and I will pack and then move and then unpack and then pack and then move and then unpack and
Yeah.
and this house is where I die
Yeah.
because I'm never moving myself again. Like I'm fine with moving other people's shit. I don't want to move my own.
Wait,
Like
you have a lot to tell me if you're moving.
no, no. Again, this is where I die, Jason.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm
Probably
just
in
saying.
this chair,
I
like
don't want to move.
literally right here.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
since you requested an additional question.
Yeah.
Can you describe a time when you felt like giving up? What kept you going?
Can you? Oh, this could apply to so
So
many.
many things.
I'm not a giver upper. I'm an analyzer. But I'm not a giver upper, which is like the positive effect of my stubbornness.
Well, yes,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
I
do.
know that I'm stubborn and it can be a character defect, but a lot of times it can be a character asset.
Yes.
I'm not gonna fail. Like I've never.
It's it's not like I will choose to stop doing things.
Right.
But also I don't like being beaten by other things,
Yeah.
like inanimate objects. I will spend an inordinate an inordinate that was problematic.
Yeah.
An absurd amount of time. Let's go with that. An absurd, I'm just going to change it up. An absurd amount of time trying to work through something if it's for myself. If it's for a client, I'm like, we got to do this quick
Yeah.
and done.
But I also think if
Like,
you take away the fear of something not working out,
yeah,
that you'll do it. Like,
right. If I had $1 for every time someone told me I was going to have to get a real job before my business worked out, I'd have a lot of dollars.
right. Right. Yeah,
It's,
and I remember when I went to New York, I remember my mother crying on the train station platform in Baltimore. You
oh,
can't move, and I was like, I don't even understand how to take that sentence. Yes, I
I,
can.
I, I absolutely can. I can and I am.
Right, but she was like, you haven't thought it out. You don't have enough money. You don't have a job. Correct.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out.
Right.
And it was
It
fine.
never crossed my mind that I couldn't. I mean, when I moved to Los Angeles, I'd never been to California. When I moved there,
Of
I was
course.
like, I don't know. The weather was nice. I don't know. We'll
I
figure it out.
I mean, I start with the assumption that I'm going to succeed.
Yes,
Like
that's
it
it.
journey may not look like what I think it's going to, but like I'm gonna make it happen.
It's also a hustler mentality.
Yeah, that's hard to wear yourself down on that. Like I'm big on the like not constant hustle and grind. Like
Right.
I can do that in
But,
short spurts, but
yeah, but that's this age. In your 20s, you were a hustler.
oh my God, was I a
Right.
hustler? I literally started my business with an 8-week old.
Right. Right. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I know what you're saying, though. Like, I try not to hustle anymore. I
No,
even had a name plate on my desk that said always hustling, and I took it off. And I was like, no, I don't want to see that anymore.
yeah,
I want to close the computer at 5 and call it a day.
I am much better at that about the last 6 months. Well, since I gave myself shingles last summer.
Right. Shingles is fun.
It's fun. You also have had shingles. You at least had a compromised immune system to give yourself shingles. I just
Yes.
really stressed myself out, and that was kind
Yeah.
of the end of Kate being the hustler.
I think that's exactly, and it should be the end of that. Because here's the thing:
Yes,
if your business fails, which it won't, if my career takes a dump, it won't. It doesn't matter. You and I know we're gonna be fine. Like I'll do
we're
get another job.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
It's just what we do.
yeah,
Problem
just
solving.
figure
Figure
things
shit
out.
out.
But
Yeah,
the good news about people not figuring things out, you got an entire company.
I do. I do have an entire company. It's it's bonkers. You've met a good number of my employees at this point.
They're fantastic.
They really kind of magic makers, and like every single one of them has that mentality of I'm going to be a good helper
Yeah,
and do what needs to be done to accomplish the goal.
yeah,
And it doesn't even matter if I give them absurd deadlines. Like they still
right.
just make it happen, and it's incredible to watch
Right.
because
And it's so like of in your job now, even though I'm with a large corporation, my job is about being of service. It
yeah,
literally is about how can I be of service? How can I be of service? And I had a little spat, which why my day started off so bad, is because someone that works on my team, we had a show this weekend, it loaded out, and I wanted them to go to the site today, check in with the festival director, hey, pleasure working with you, blah blah blah. And they did not feel like that part of the job was necessary. I was
no,
like,
you got it.
hmm.
You got to do the finessing people stuff at the end.
Yeah, so who got in the car and went down there and did it? I did.
Oh, it was you. It was you.
Because it's important to
It
shake the
is.
hand and say thank you for the opportunity.
It makes a
On
good
the desk.
impression.
Yeah,
Yes, we talk a lot about with the team about like not just customer service, but like the empathy and the relating to the people that we work with because like people are dumping stuff on our plates because they're so stressed out and
Right.
like so maxed out.
I'm going to tell you two things. Not that I'm going to tell you how to run your business, but I'm a queen and you own Queen of To Do. So I know
I
a little bit about queens.
just a bit.
Two things that impressed me crazy over the last couple months. This book called Unreasonable Hospitality,
Uh-huh.
phenomenal book. Phenomenal,
Excellent.
phenomenal book about customer service and doing 95%, but it's that 5% where you wow them and is repeat business. Anyway, great book. The other thing is I had a vendor I hired. I never used them before, used them once, not even a great paying gig. And I got a thank you card, which I get thank you cards, but the back was a wax seal of their logo. And I was like, that would fit the crown.
We have a custom wax seal. I know. We do little Queen of To Do thank you notes after all of our discovery
With
calls.
the custom wax seal.
With the custom wax
I
seal,
was
it
blown away. I was like, I will do anything with this
I
company.
know. No, we have our logo on a little wax seal.
That's
It's
so.
very fancy. And okay, and so here's the thing. They used to do wax seals where you had to like have a little spoon and
Yeah.
light it, like it felt very much
Heroin. I did the same thing with
right.
heroin, but whatever.
I, to each their own.
Wrong
Uh,
show. Wrong show. Sorry.
that's not what we do here. Another thing you and Mike have in common.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Back in the day, youthful mistakes and all that jazz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Growing up in New York, it just seems to be a through line for you.
Exactly. 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 Ooh.
But now they make wax sticks that go into a glue gun.
No.
It's so easy. Yes, in all of the colors.
You got a pink one?
Of course I do. Pink and gold. I'm not a monster, Jason.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I will always use that company because of the little tiny
Feels
details.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Yes. And
And
we
that's
have
what I'm trying to tell the person on my team today. Like, no, you were going to drive down there. I know you're tired. You worked all weekend. I got it.
to do the thing.
You also work in events. If you don't want to be tired, don't work in events. Be an accountant.
Right.
So I drove down there, shook all the hands, walked around site. They said everything was great. It was so good working for you. I didn't have time to do that.
But you did it.
Yes.
The difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I understand. We actually in our little thank you boxes, we also have custom Queen of To Do tea called Queen of To Brew that a friend of mine who owns the
So
tea
good.
company, and it brews hot pink. Like this is amazing. And so each person gets a couple of little tea bags. It's apple cinnamon herbal tea with creme brulee flavor, and it brews hot pink, and like it's just
Unbelievable.
incredible. And then we do a little wax seal on it. It's
I
fun.
would hold on to your pants.
I
Just
I tell
because
you,
Queen to Do is going to blow up.
it's gonna be bananas.
Was
It's
it the financial aspects of a lot of companies and a lot of people that own businesses? They don't want to take on a personal assistant with health insurance.
yeah. No, we take care of all of that. It's great.
Yeah, it's you're getting ready to blow up.
It's gonna be
It
bananas.
is. It is.
I'm,
We should have a
I'm
TV
long,
show.
we should have a TV show, right?
I mean, I just think
Just saying.
someone. Just saying, if someone ever thinks of it.
Like somebody I mean, like we all remember 2020, 2021. We
Yeah.
wanted feel good TV.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
I was in the hospital with really. We didn't have cable in my
Oh
house.
man, you just I still every time I think back to your stem cell transplant back in 2020 and like, oh my God, I can't
It
imagine.
was fine until like because my family could come until about March 15th,
Right.
and then a nurse walked in like a astronaut suit, and I was like,
Full hazmat.
"What is
What
happening?"
is happening right
And
now?
she was like, "Did you hear what happened in China?" I was like, I've been here.
I
What's
no.
happening?" Yeah.
Yeah, oof, that was what a time. What an adventure.
I mean, I think that I was luckier being like incapacitated, which I kind of was, because I didn't have any fear. Man, like there was nothing I could do. I couldn't even get out of bed by myself,
You
so I
no,
couldn't even worry about it.
no, stem cell transplants are no joke.
Right. So I was like, I'll just chill. Y'all look like you got it covered.
You're in charge here. Seems
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, I think if I was home, I probably would have been worried like every other American.
I I mean, it
Bro.
was so Mike's stem cell transplant was February of 2018. So we're officially 7 years past it
Okay.
at this point. And like I just remember afterwards, they're like, don't forget, you don't have any immune system. And they give
Yeah.
you all of your childhood vaccines again
Yep.
over the course of 2 years.
Yep.
And so, like, and I mean, but so Mike was diagnosed again, July of 2020. And like, the absolute terror of knowing he just got his childhood vaccines all squared away again as of February of 2020. And then
Yeah.
immediately like was immune compromised all over again. Like it was such a weird time to be alive and
Yeah.
not normal, for
Yeah.
lack of a better word. And like in some ways we were so lucky because with the kids being home, they weren't bringing germs home from school. And
Yep.
so for better or worse, like it was a time I do not care to repeat the experience, but
No.
like
No. But I think it changed I think it probably was a real big boost for Queen to do.
it it was, and it's
After,
so
not 2020, I'm talking about 22
20
when
2021 was like
yeah.
when we first started expanding because like all of the original clients came back and then referrals because people were so burnt out from doing
Everything.
everything and then some. And I mean, you had a few real weird years where you couldn't do events. And
Yeah.
yeah, whew, I
Yeah.
mean, whew, yeah, I had
I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't. Like I'm a hustler, but I
right,
couldn't
no,
do anything because I couldn't have anyone in my house. I couldn't have anyone in my car. Like I couldn't. I was like, we're just gonna cross our fingers.
hope
You
for
know what I
the
mean?
best.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
either gonna make it or you're not.
Yeah. We might rack up a credit card bill. Who knows?
Who knows? Every
Yeah.
day's a new adventure. I remodeled my bathroom
Yeah.
during that stretch because what else was I going to do? Wasn't working.
I
I
remodeled my DNA.
you did. You got full human DNA. You lost 20 years in that, right? Something.
Uh, Wait. What? I was trying to think how old I am now. He was 34, so I'm 39 technically.
Kudos. Aging backwards. Very few people get to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Your
It
your
was good.
fancy new DNA.
It's just I mean I'm very rarely take a moment like this
Mhm.
to sit and talk about me,
Yeah,
career, health. Like we snuck in drug addiction in there. We haven't
a
talked
little
about my
bit.
failed marriage, um, which still wasn't a failure either. It was,
No, no. Okay, so
yeah,
you and I have actually never had this conversation. You've never met my ex-husband, but
no,
like we get along just fine. And but like that was one of those things that was like when I pulled that question, that what failure was critical to your success, calling it quits there was one of those things that I was like, that was absolutely the right move for all of us.
yeah,
And even though it was hard, we would not have the co-parenting relationship that we have now, where like he sends me a text to ask, hey, we've got him during spring break. Is it okay if I make arrangements for him to go stay with a friend for a few days? Actually, my mom's going to be in town. Oh, well, do you want us to keep him extra then so that it balances out the extra days that you'll have him while your mom's here? Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. There's no drama. There's no animosity. There's no like, it's my turn and I need to have
yeah.
this many hours. Like, it's just, no, what's easiest for everybody involved?
Right, right. No, I don't have any kids with my ex-husband, but I also have no. I mean, we gave it a good run. We did it 10 years, and it was just like
10
this is gonna.
years is a good run.
We are going. It's never. We're gonna never end up on the same road again.
And
And as you know, it's very difficult. The person before stage 4 cancer and a transplant is not the same person after.
it is not.
So you have to be on board to change, where my husband wasn't on board to change.
Right. Yeah,
Not.
it's
I'm not blaming him. It's fine.
no, but it's not for everyone. And there's a
No.
reason a lot of relationships don't make it through a devastating health diagnosis. It's
Correct.
not because they're a shitty person that doesn't want to take care of their sick spouse.
No.
It's that it's a lot to go from being a spouse to being a caregiver
Right.
and then navigate all of that back because one thing that like I didn't realize how impactful it would be was, especially with Mike's clinical trials, was the brain toxicity from the treatments that he did. And so all of a sudden, it's a very different, like, he is not the same person he was
Correct.
7 years ago. And he's wonderful. Like, no debating that. Like, he is amazing. and such a good partner and such a good
And a
dad, but
very
he's
cute
not the
butt.
same person.
Very cute butt.
Huh?
Very cute butt.
He does have a great butt.
I
He's
mean,
lost some weight, so it's very tiny butt now. But yes, he's got a great butt. That's why I married him.
I mean, why not?
It's
Yeah.
the rest of his meat suit,
Yeah.
somewhat faulty, as we have seen.
Right. Right. But it's rare for me to sit and just like analyze, not analyze, just discuss
Just
who I
discuss.
am, where I came from, what I've been through, and where I am today.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I mean, the whole thing is still like, because this is 2020 was mine, his was 2018. Just like, I had an uncle die of leukemia in 87.
Hmm.
They didn't have this.
No,
Commercials.
no. My maternal grandmother passed in 87 of lung cancer, and yeah, the treatment differences are just astonishing.
Yeah, I talk about the, you know who saved my life? All the science nerds in high school that I made fun of. But what for me, it was the real science. I was in my hospital and Dr. Sanjay Desai walked in, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" I went to school with him since third grade. Like it's literally the science
Makes
geek
the
I made
world
fun
feel
of.
very, very small.
Exactly. I was like,
Things like that happen.
you did this. I'm glad I was making fun of you.
Glad that I didn't really devastate you. Was my
Yeah,
was my mocking motivational? Because I hope it was
exactly. I was like, it
motivational.
worked, Dr. Desai. And he was like, I knew it was you. There's only one Jason Dudey. I said, that's right.
There is only one Jason Duty, as you so kindly put on my calendar today, Jason motherfucking Duty.
I did. I
I knew
like
the
to
third
say
person fine.
Jason Duty powered by Jacob Ludwig, my
Yes,
donor.
yes, yes. What an incredible thing! Like it's bananas to me that like
Oh,
we can take other people's DNA and like make it all work. And
and my donor is so like, we won't get political, but I'm on this side.
yep,
Whatever. Um, let's just say I would not have chosen this man to put his DNA in me. Would not have chosen. And he would not have chosen to save a gay man's life.
but here we are.
But here we are in an amazing friendship.
Yeah, that's
An
incredible.
amazing friendship. And my eyes have opened to like maybe I was a little too liberal. Maybe he's just trying to raise some kids.
I mean, maybe we're just trying to keep the next batch of humans alive.
Exactly. I was like, oh, okay. But and maybe he just doesn't know how to vote yet.
I
Okay.
He'll get
Um
there. He'll
and
learn.
you realize like I'm just a dude.
I
You know what I mean? He's like it has nothing to do with being gay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're
So
just
the whole experience is pretty powerful.
it's bananas.
Yeah.
And Mike's is a little different. He
Yeah.
he used his own
Auto.
cells, but
Yeah.
like it's just like mind-boggling that they can do such a thing. And like what they
Yeah.
didn't tell us beforehand was they were literally going to take him as close to like they told us we're going to take you as close to death as possible and then bring you
Correct.
back. What they don't tell you like outright is we're giving you a fatal dose of chemo.
Correct. Yep. It was
And
fine.
they just don't say it that way. Like
No,
it
no. But I remember that day. I remember that day.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
your
it comes
immune
after the day of full body radiation.
he didn't
Or,
know Mike didn't have radiation.
oh, I
Like
had full body. They said it's going to be a little strong. Strong.
strong, you're basically microwaving me.
Whew. And then when you're really exhausted, then they give you this chemo. And I feel like the doctors and nurses are standing around like fingers crossed, like, he'll come
Hoping
out.
for the best.
He'll come out. Oh, look, he made it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the whole thing's crazy.
It's you can't think about it too much because it does get too weird.
I know, but it's cool.
It is really cool. The
And there's also another reason why you're good at your job. There's no hiccups. Like, you've had enough hiccups with Mike.
yes, there have been some hiccups.
So
But
when
we
a client calls you and they're like, oh my God, this is horrible. I don't
everything
have
is
time to do this. You're
terrible.
like, okay,
All right.
okay, I'll get
But
it.
are you actively dying? Because if you're not,
Yeah, if you're not, it can wait till Monday.
it mostly can.
Exactly. I think
Mostly
your
can.
company is so amazing. I'm so glad you have a
Thanks.
podcast to
It's
share all
the
you
podcast
do.
is one of those things that I was like, I should do that sometime. And just figured we'd talk to people and have it be like randomly just slightly chaotic. And, I know we started over after my children and husband came barging in, but, you know,
Yeah, but
maybe we'll put that on a blooper reel.
I think
You
you're an
try to frantically stick
example,
it.
and your company, just an example of like, how do I say that? Like, life happens, and maybe you can't get through it by yourself, but you can either have a friend or hire someone to help you get through it.
To help you do the stuff that you don't have time for or
Right.
capacity for.
Or maybe you have time, but you'd rather take your kid
But
to
you just
Disney.
want to relax or like not even take them to Disney, but just not be the super stressed parent.
Right.
Like losing their mind over the dishes not being done, you know, like
Right.
just so
Or
neat.
I always like the dog one that take the you move the dogs to Maryland because I mean
The
I'm a
dog
dog
wagon
loader.
trip.
Who wants to put dogs underneath a plane for like who would want
No.
to do that?
Well, and then they still had the car that had to get to
Right.
Maryland. So like you're
Yeah.
gonna pay to ship the car and then fly the dog. Like it's just yeah, the easiest solution is to hire
I
somebody.
remember I told you I texted you the other night. I was sitting at dinner with a friend and I was like, oh, my friend Quito Tito. And he was like, excuse me? I was
What?
like, life hassles handled. He was
Ah,
like, wait a minute. And I was like, you want to organize your garage and
right.
you got these errands to run. And he was like, oh, stop.
The
I
thing?
was talking too fast. I didn't like, he was like, what is the name of this company? I was like, oh,
Oh,
I didn't realize you were looking for, he's like, I can't do everything on my list.
what? No one can, Jason. No one can.
I'm like, you don't have to.
You don't have to. There's a
No.
solution, and it's a great one. It
And
comes with
it's
the
for
light
people.
that I
Here's
am.
the thing: not to talk about your prices because I don't know your prices, but I think if people realized how valuable their time is,
Yeah.
extremely valuable, and the queen of to do having a part-time assistant is still cheaper than a full-time health insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's cheaper than therapy.
yeah. But I
Try
do a
it.
lot of like, what is my time worth? Like,
Yes.
I still get exhausted. I mean,
Right. Yeah,
it's
of
been
course.
5 years, but my fatigue I'll never be who I was before the transplant. And then sometimes I'm like, I am so tired. I've got this errand and this errand and this errand. I can't do.
It's too much. I can do one stop. And
Yeah.
like if you've got six stops, that make
No.
one stop is better than nothing.
Yeah.
But when you've been like traveling or just super busy at work, I think of your festival season every fall where you're
Yeah.
just like so busy you barely stop to sleep and
Yeah.
like pay
I
somebody.
know September and October, I send my laundry out.
I don't blame you. That's a great.
I have one weekend in September where I have three festivals on the same weekend in different cities. So I'm like this
How do
all
you
day,
do
fly in
that?
the morning, fly at night, fly in the morning, fly at night.
Oh my God, that sounds so exhausting.
Mhm.
Just they should just like teleportation, man. It's coming.
Yeah. And I get home and I'm like, I'm not doing laundry.
I'm not doing laundry. No,
No.
like
I
I
call
can't believe
Queen
you
it
get
to
home and
do.
do anything. I would just live on takeout for weeks after that.
I
No
know.
wonder you go
I
on
feel,
vacation every winter.
I know, but it is hard to like, I don't know. It's hard to like eat healthy and be
Yes,
active. It's hard.
as someone who ate two Korean corn dogs last night for dinner and nothing else,
Yeah.
it is hard.
The what I've done is like my doctor always tells me, shop the perimeter,
I
stay out of the
know.
middle.
But
And
all
I
the
was like,
goodies are in the middle.
what?
All the goodies are in the middle.
I know, I know.
That's where the candy is.
I know. And this
The
sugar
grocery store is
cereal.
basically just a pinata.
Right.
Like,
But I'm trying. It's just there's not enough I don't
that's
know.
all you can do. Again,
All right.
COVID ruined me for cooking. Like we have leaned real hard on convenience food ever since then. And you know what? Like shopping the HEB meal simple stuff where it's like the pre-made dinners,
Yep.
that is easy. It is healthier than anything I'm going to make
Correct.
because
Well,
believe
especially because your repertoire of cooking, you're from Iowa.
I home
You're
of Midwest white people food, yes.
exactly you might know
Everything comes with a white
casseroles.
sauce, either ranch or gravy,
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
cheese.
That's funny.
Your seasonings are salt and pepper,
Oh,
only a
fancy.
little bit.
Okay, all right. No hot sauce.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Although my first husband is Portuguese and was raised eating spicy, and I used to buy Tabasco by the gallon.
Wow.
You can do that. It comes in glass gallons.
Who
They're like
knew?
giant. It's like $67 a gallon
Oh
15
my,
years
I
ago.
had no idea.
This is my life and my brain,
Oh.
where all of the nonsense lives.
All right, well, let's not end on your ex-husband. Let's end on something fun.
Jason, where can we find you performing in Austin? What can we catch you doing on? I know you have a YouTube channel.
I do, but I haven't posted on it in a while. Don't tell anybody, but it's all right. I will.
Scratch that.
But
There's
I will say,
millions.
in Austin, I'm doing this great show. I do it pretty regularly. The first Saturday of the month at Cold Town Theater. It's called Half Empty, Half Full, and it's two comedians and two writers, and two are negative, half empty, and the other one are two half full. And so it's really fun to like,
It sounds fantastic. I feel like
yeah.
you would also be really funny at like the PowerPoints where it's PowerPoint presentations on any topic. Like I think
I
that
would.
would be a
I
sweet spot
would.
for you. Uh,
Oh, I would.
I know. It would
Wait,
be
do you see the PowerPoint first, or do you make it up as you go?
no, you make a little like 5 minute PowerPoint presentation and then
Oh,
you perform it in front of other people. But
I'd be
any
really
topic,
good at an improv one where they just put the PowerPoints up and I
I
would just
think that would be
talking about it.
hysterical.
Oh, that's a good show.
That's a good show.
Yeah,
Are you taking notes? You should be
I,
taking notes.
I did.
I love it.
Yeah, I was like, that would be a really good show. Have comedians just like they don't know what
Yeah.
the PowerPoint is, and they can click the slide, and they don't know what the next slide
And
is.
just making stuff up as you go. I'm here for that.
I am so into it, and I know who I'm talking about. That show will be out this year, fall of
Yay.
2025.
I love it. It'll be hilarious. Can't wait.
I love it. I'm in.
Yay.
All right. Sponsored by Queen of To Do.
Sponsored by we'll happily make that happen.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm in business.
Make this
See?
happen.
This
I
is a show about entrepreneurship. I just started a business.
look at you go. I'm so proud of you, Jason. Starting things. So brave. It really does help to be brave and a little stupid when you're running a business. Just like blissfully ignorant of all the pitfalls and
Yeah,
problems that you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
run into.
Brave is good.
Brave is good.
All right.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for joining me today on Bearing It All. Be sure to join us for future conversations and keep building those authentic, genuine connections with people that support you in being your true and full self in your business, your relationships, and your life.
I like it. I like it. Thank you.
All right, we are out. Thank you for bearing with me through all of that because, my God, we had a few minutes of chaos there in the beginning.